What is up, guys? Arolf here, back again with another video. Today we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Avengers Infinity War Black Widow. This is Build-A-Figure Call Obsidian, so let's get into it. So taking a look around the damaged packaging here, the Avengers A logo on the top, a nice picture of Black Widow on the side. You get a cool picture of the figure on the back with a brief description, so pause if you want to see the other figures to build Call Obsidian. And don't forget a UPC scan if you want it. I know this one's kind of hard to find, but let's get into it. Doing a size comparison, here is Black Widow next to the other figures in this wave, other female figures from the MCU, and the Avengers. Black Widow comes with the torso of Call Obsidian, which is pretty big. Can't wait to build it. And for her accessories here, she comes with the electric batons that we saw in the movie. So they're just painted a silver and black plastic here with black handles with some texturing on it. It's kind of warped, which is quite unfortunate. It does have a square peg hole and a peg on either one, and then you could attach them together to form one huge baton or staff. I know she broke it apart in the end of the Wakandan battle, but yeah, you could see right there. And she also comes with one pair of fists, so two pairs in total, one pair of open hands and one pair of fisted hands, which are a black plastic which has some slight texturing details to it. She also comes with these tasers right here. I assume they're tasers because they kind of look like it by the sculpting detail. They have some indications of L2 and R2. I suppose that goes on the left holster and the other one goes on the right holster, which is right there. And this is what it looks like when she is holding it, which kind of looks weird because we never see it in the movie. But what we have seen in the movie is her using the batons right here. So this is what it looks like, her holding the batons. And this is what she looks like putting away the batons, even though she does not have storage for these batons, which is quite unfortunate. But taking a closer look at Black Widow, starting off with the head sculpt, really captured the likeness of Scarlett Johansson, by far one of the best Hasbro sculpts that we've gotten from a Black Widow figure. You can see the blonde hair here has some slight black wash to it. It's not over excessive as the Thor figure, just right. You can see the green vest here, kind of a muted green. Has some nice silver paint apps right there. You'd see that black piece right there is supposed to be her storage in the movie, but we didn't get in this figure. And there's a little line right here, which when you unpeg it, you can actually remove the green vest, which reveals her actual Black Widow suit, which is, I'm going to demonstrate that. So you just open that up, lift the arm up, and then just slide it up, which is pretty easy. Sometimes it's a little tricky to get off, but yeah, you can see the detailing right there. You can see the Black Widow emblem in red. The texturing detail is apparent throughout. And putting back on the Black Widow head, this is what she looks like without the vest. And it just looks like a normal Black Widow figure, but the difference is that she's blonde. I don't know if this is the same body mold that they used with the previous Black Widow figures, because I haven't had any other of the Black Widow figures since this is my first one. But you can see I'm demonstrating the articulation without the vest and the range that you can get, because in the articulation portion of this video I'll be going over the articulation with the vest on, so you can see the limited range with the vest on. So I just demonstrated in this part, in the in-depth or the close-up portion. But putting it back on, it's pretty simple. Just make sure, put the arm up, slip it through the neck, and then you just tab it in like so. And it's a really flush tab, so it looks like it's not even there. It's really nice. I like how they designed it. It looks pretty flush and it looks seamless. But looking at the arms here, she does have these stingers carried over from the previous movies. You see her hand right here is a trigger finger hand, so if you could use her previous guns. I tried using the Punisher guns, but it didn't work. And just removing the open hand here for the fist. See right there, trigger finger hands, removing that and putting on the fist. This is what she looks like with both fists on. And moving on to the belt, kind of a gray plastic here, and putting on the little tasers here, right there, just to demonstrate that. These do fall off pretty easily, so that is quite unfortunate, but at least they gave storage for these tasers. You can see the gray kind of runs throughout, kind of wraps around her leg here, and moving the legs here, you can see how it's a attached piece, so moving it forward, you can see how that works and how that reacts with the body here. I know I'm getting too in-depth and very yeah, whatever. you know what I mean. I'm just demonstrating the range that you can get with the little pieces attached. But you can see the rest. Glossy boots, peg holes at the bottom, pretty basic and pretty standard for a Hasbro figure. For her articulation, starting off with the head does rotate all the way around with that short hair. It can look up that far and down that much. Kind of tucks in the little vest there, but it's okay. She has the tilty shifty head movement, and she has the forward and backward on the neck there. Her arms do rotate all around. They go out that much. They bend more than 90 degrees, which is great, and bend inward that much. No bicep swivel, but she has a single jointed elbow. They use the same sculpting as the X23 figure, so you can get more than 90 degrees. And she has a rotation at the elbow. Her wrists here do rotate all the way around. They bend up that far and down that much. With the vest on, you can bend her forward that far and back that much, and a little side-to-side movement right there. No waist articulation, but her legs can kick forward that far, so she could sit down after a long day of kicking butt, and her legs can kick back not that far. She has a upper thigh swivel, which does not rotate all the way around because it's attached to that little belt piece right there. You can see how that moves. Double jointed knees, which is perfectly fine. Her feet bend down that far and up that much right there. And doing the ankle pivot, it works pretty well. And the ankle pivot test, yeah, I'm having a little trouble with this one because she has some high heels, which that is, I don't know why they have high heels when they're in battle, but eventually, yeah, she's good to go. So, taking an even closer look at Black Widow, starting off by popping off the head here. You can see pretty basic joint. Yeah, you can do a lot of head swappings here if you want to, but yeah, it's up to you. Looking at the armpit, pretty basic. There's no paint detail in there other than the black textured plastic. Now moving on the arm here, you can see I like what they did with this one. You would expect to bend 90 degrees, but with that little concave portion in the arm there, the little dip, she can bend more than 90 degrees. So like I mentioned with the X23 review, if Hasbro's not going to do these double jointed elbow on the female figures, they should just do this type of joint, which is a single joint, but it can it can bend more than 90 degrees right there. So yeah, just removing the vest again. You'd see sometimes you can get it off pretty easily, and sometimes it kind of struggles, so you just have to like fiddle with it and it'll just slide right off. See right there, the texturing detail kind of continues throughout all the way here in the back and inside the joint, so they didn't skimp out on that. Just popping back on the head. Yeah, I don't know if this is probably the same reused Black Widow mold. I think, I don't know, because I never had a Black Widow figure. So yeah, you can see right there how that moving the legs here, how that little belt piece kind of moves with it. So yeah, right there. Obviously I gotta get a shot of the back because you know, yeah. Okay, that's enough. You're making it weird now. Knee joints, pretty basic. Doesn't look weird when you bend it all the way. Her little feet here, pretty basic. Still don't know why with the high heels. And yeah. So yeah, that is it guys. Hope you guys like, and be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell, turn on the notifications because there are more videos coming. Not as fast as before because there are 2 more figures to build: Cull Obsidian, which is Malekith, and Black Knight. I'm kind of more interested in the Black Knight figure, more over so than the Malekith. But we'll see when I can get a hold of those figures. Overall, this is probably one of my favorite Black Widow figures because it does implement the digital printing technology on the face, and it's just a better looking Black Widow figure. It's different because all the Black Widow figures that we got, the old ones, are always the black suit, and this one is a little bit of a change to it and different weapons, which I kind of like. So yeah, it's probably one of my favorite Black Widow figures, even though I didn't have a Black Widow figure. If you are a Black Widow fan, you wouldn't be disappointed. Really a good likeness of Scarlett Johansson. Other than the, I don't know, there's no problems with this figure. The articulation is pretty good. Paint is pretty basic since it's just a green and a black color scheme. Other than the warped weapons, yeah, that's probably my only complaint. Yeah, that is it guys. Hope you guys like it. Arolf more. This is signing out. Peace.